Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So, I want to do a reading for you. Okay? Know that Spirit is asking you to be patient with yourself and to be patient with Spirit. If you've prayed about something, be patient. It's coming. Hold on to faith and hope that what you seek is seeking you. So be patient with yourself. If you're taking time to look back on your past, don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself. Just figure out why did something in particular happen and how did you get in that position. And, maybe you didn't set up boundaries. Maybe you let your boundaries fall. Maybe there was sometimes just non-communication or the lack of communication can cause situations. So just be clear in how things transpired and what lessons you can take from it so you can have some wisdom with you to take into the future. So some of us are asking for new beginnings. What do we have to do to get that new beginning? We have to change our outlook. In other words, if I work as a clerk, for example, at the post office, and I want to change something about how things are going at my work. If I'm feeling a little negative, right, I need to change my outlook. I need to change how I feel about that job. I have to be willing to just be myself and know what my requirements are to do that task. And just do it the way that I've been trained. Just do it in a kind way, right? You don't want to be serving people and being mean or snotty or short-tempered or anything like that. Just be yourself and take time to understand what your customer's asking for, or your coworker or your boss. So maybe you decided you had enough of the post office. Maybe you decided, I'm going to go over here, and I'm gonna go out on my own, and I'm gonna make things work for me in my life. So that's the thing about it, is there are people who are like trendsetters. So you could be like in a group that has worked for the same company for 10 or 15 years, and they probably make a good living, but you're just not happy. I myself have never had a job longer than 8 years. And because I get to the point where I haven't really learned everything, but maybe I don't have the opportunity to learn more. So I've always been one of those that I'm like a sponge. I got to know everything, the ins and outs about everything, so that I can make things function smoother. So the new beginning, there's a thought process. There's writing it down, jotting it down. There's time to reflect upon it. And then there's time to take the steps. So when you jot it down, you need to really take the steps to make that change for your new beginning, whatever it is. And I see that Spirit is with you, and you will receive victory and success. Because we are not here to, well, I guess some of us are. Some of us are here on this world to do a 40-hour week job. I have siblings that worked at one place for 20 years. And I'm happy for them. They got to the retirement age or whatever it is that they're doing, and they're enjoying life now. I myself, again, have never lasted more than 8 years, not because I couldn't do the job, because it just wasn't satisfying anymore. So, because I took the leap of faith, maybe others are looking at my progress. Maybe others are saying, wow, she really made it. She's really doing something with her life. She said she wanted this years ago, and here she is now doing it. So if I can do it, then you can do it. Okay, so it does have a lot to do with a positive movement forward. Whatever it is you want to do in life, you have to release all the negativity. You have to understand that there will be negativity. For me, it hasn't been easy to get to this point. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to do this work. And I find it very fulfilling. I feel like I'm doing my part in the world. I feel like I'm trying to help people heal themselves through the words, through spirituality that I've learned. And, I'm not a spring chicken. We got some young girls on here who are very wise, so I applaud them. I applaud them for taking the leap forward, at such a young age. So, but I'm very happy of where I'm at today, and I want to grow. I want to still learn. I want to expand. I want to reach out to the people who are like-minded. I want to help people, and that's what I'm here to do. I believe it's my destiny. I believe that my ancestors hold high places in heaven. And when I was 16, I was living in Grover Beach. And a quick story is I was separated from my dad, and that's another story, but I hadn't seen him in like 4 years. And like 4 years. And so I was walking home from school. I had to walk from Arroyo Grande to Grover Beach, and I think it's like 2 miles. Anyways, I walked to school and I walked home every day. I was a junior in high school, and I was on my last stretch going down Grand Avenue, and I only had like 2 blocks to get home. And from a distance, I see this little Filipino man, and the older ones, the proud ones, right? They always wear their suits. So this man had like a 3-piece suit on, and he had like, the 50s style, I don't know, the hats, or I don't know if those are fedoras or what, or if I'm even saying that right. But anyways, he had like the brim hat, and he was a little Filipino man, and well, we were crossing paths, and where I grew up, it was always customary to say hello to people even though you didn't know their names or you didn't know them personally. So as I was walking past him, I said hello, and then he stopped, and he was sort of at, they call it the military stance, which is a 45-degree angle you put your feet at. And he stopped, so I stopped. And I looked down at his shoes, and they were all polished too, and I was like, wow, who is this guy? And he looks at me and he says something like, are you Rudy's daughter? Or something like, I know you. Are you Rudy's daughter? And I was like, yes. And I said, how did you know? I mean, like, I don't even know if I said that, but he said, I hadn't seen you since you were little, like a toddler. And it's like, and you recognize me? It was really an amazing moment. Anyway, so I don't want to tell about the rest of the story, because the rest of the story gets kind of awful for me. But it was just that instant of How could he know who I was when he hadn't seen me since I was a toddler? So I actually had a boyfriend who was like 10 years older than me at the time. And he would pick me up. His name was Gary, and we'd go to one of his church friends over to their house, and we would play dominoes all night, and then he would take me home or whatnot. But he told me, he said, you, like, these are Christian people, right? So he's like, you are an angel. Like, you hold high places in heaven. And I was like, what? Like, where did that come from? I was like, where did that come from? I had no idea. I went home and told my sister. She didn't really say anything about it. But right after that, they sent me away from him to go live with my other sister in Salt Lake City. So the thing is, my family are all intuitive, whether they want to admit it or not. And it's the bloodline, right? Both my grandmothers. My grandmother, my mom's mom was good, and my dad's mom was bad. And I love them both equally, but I had fond memories of my mom's mom. And I never really liked what my grandma said about my mom because it was always awful. But that's the thing, is people recognize you before you recognize yourself. And it's just that I wasn't destined to wake up until I think I must have moved to Hawaii, because everything happens for a reason. But it's a powerful force. When you say those words, Lord, God, Creator, Universe, please come into my heart. Please come into my soul. Please, I invite you into my home, into my car, into my life. Those are very powerful words. And when you say those from the deepest core of who you really truly are, God hears and knows. He knows what your heart is saying. He knows if you're being true. And I'm telling you, I am a testament to God's love. And no matter what I'm going through, things always work out. Sometimes it takes a while to be vindicated. Sometimes people see the good people. Oh, she's not going to talk back. She's not going to do anything. I can do this to her and I could do that to her. She's going to stay quiet because she's a good girl. It's just come to the point where, honestly, I am so protected and I'm so thankful. I thank God every day. I thank God for my meals. I don't really say that many prayers. I prayed for 3 or 4 things. And, I had to put the work in. And I'm still doing the work. My work will end in this lifetime when I die. I won't stop doing this until I can't talk anymore. So just be who you want to be. Don't worry about what other people think. Because if you worry about what other people think, you'll never take that leap of faith for your own life. You'll never be the person, the woman or the man that Spirit truly wants you to be. Okay, so you might have been kind of at a struggling situation. I don't know. It could be a mental struggle. It could be a physical, like a health struggle. It could be your spiritual struggle. Whatever struggle, mind, body, or soul. Spirit will see that you will balance out and you will have a good foundation. Pay attention to all your chakras. You can Google that, and it talks about mostly exercising, yoga, eating right, sleeping right, meditation, just to keep all your chakras in tune. And they have to all work in unison. Okay? So if you are the divine feminine out there, know that it's time for you to be in that energy. Sometimes, I've been living alone since 2019, June 2019. And it was really hard for me at first. I think I screamed a couple times in the shower because I was just wanted to get rid of the bad things in my life. And wondering, how did I get there? Why didn't things work out? At one point, I let it go. I let it go to God. I said, I surrender to you, dear Lord. And even before I started this journey, I was always kind to people. Every place that I worked, I brought in food because I wanted to. And if I wasn't working like at a big company or whatever, I'd bring it in for the people. I would give it to my neighbors. I just love to make soups, and soup is so comforting and it's healthy. So I would make a big pot of soup and give it to the neighbors. Thanksgiving, I would bring it down to my husband's work, or wherever we did our business. I would bring it in because some people didn't have a place to go, or if they had a place to go, it wasn't like real true family where you take food with you home. You just go there to eat and leave, So that was one of the things that I did, and I never expected anything in return ever, And that's, to me, the best way to be, is to give freely and keep loving people. Understand that they're going through some bad things and just be there for them. I had a few acquaintances who were struggling, losing their mother, and that's really difficult. And I know firsthand how that feels. I've seen really not good stuff, that I had to let go. And like the feelings. Losing my mother was very hard. And if you're out there and you're going through that, I send you so much love and peace. But know that it's okay to let your mom go to the other side. Things will always work out. And your life has to continue. And you have to sorry about that, you have to be at peace with it. And you have to appreciate the time you had. Some people lose their mothers really young. My sister passed away when she was 29, so her children were like 11 on down to like 5. She had 4 of them. So, that's tragedy for the children. But, today, it made them stronger. It made them protective about their hearts. It made them to be independent. Some people are blessed to have their mothers into their 90s. But just take the time that you had that person that you loved or love in your life as long as you did. So moving forward, you have to always be careful of those who want to deceive you. Why? Why do they want to deceive you? Because they might see that glow in you that they don't have in themselves. You might have worked on yourself. You might have elevated your spirituality. And people around you, some are in awe when they see you. Like, oh, you have a glow about you. Or, look at what you've done with your life. You're so at peace. I wish I had that peace. Then you can share how you attain that, through the good times and the bad. But you do have to watch out for those people who will try to deceive you, who will say, oh, she's weak. Oh, I can get him to give me money for this reason, and he's a giver, so I'll just take. Yet you have to understand that you have to have your boundaries and still hold on to the respect, your self-respect, your self-love. You have to be first so that other people, you can discern what it is that they want and why they want it from you. So you might find someone in your future that you can have alliances with, a partnership. Could be business, could be friendship, it could be love, whatever it is. Make sure it's even give and take. Make sure that communication stays open, and make sure that both can speak honestly, whether it's the brutal truth, but never accept lies, never accept untruths, okay, in your life. And sometimes people are going through things, and they might tell you a lie because of maybe they're ashamed of something, and later on they might come back to you and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was kind of deceiving to you. I really wanted more than what I know that I could have given you at the time, so it was easier for me to push you away. Those things happen all the time. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. Someone might say that to you one day. So what will you do with that information? Do you want this person in your life? Can you accept their apology? Can you be forgiving? Do you want to have something grow out of that relationship? Friendship, partnership, love, marriage, whatever it is, okay? So, if you feel like you have a connection with Spirit, even through the readings, continue to watch the readings. We probably don't want to overload on it. But however much you feel like you are connected with the universe and Spirit is giving you answers to your questions from these tarot readers, you still have to discern what is exactly for you and how to apply it, okay? So in your future, what do you see? Have you thought about where do you want to be in 5 years? How can you get there? What can you do to improve your life? I'm really blessed because I've really had a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different jobs. I worked at the Teamsters, filing. I worked at a steakhouse, bussing tables. I went into the United States Navy and was a torpedoman's mate. I worked at UPS. I worked at a gas station. I worked at a shipping company for an Iceland company. They shipped in some kind of fish from Iceland. They were very nice people. I've worked at a power company doing the bills, key punching people's electric bills. I've done a lot of construction I've worked for moving companies. I've I've worked for vacation rentals. I had my real estate license. I did real estate in Delaware. I, I've I've just surrounded myself with tools to learn. So it's an amazing thing when you could put yourself out there. Again, some people are set to work at one job for 20, 40 years. That's never been me. And doing entrepreneur work. Once I did my real estate license, I feel like I was pretty successful. I had 7 settlements my first year, so I feel like that was a big accomplishment. And everything I do, I never try to compete with anybody else. I always try to streamline my work to make my work run as efficient as possible. And I always try to treat my customers, my clients, as if I was on the other side of the table. How would I want them to talk to me? How would I want them to treat me? What kind of things would I want them to tell me in particular? Like, do I really need to sell? Should I consider renting? Whatever it is, I've always, I've gone to plenty of listings, and I try to tell them, do you really need to sell? Is that really what you want to do? Have you considered renting? Have you considered changing the property, like from residential to commercial, because you can get more money for it, Have you considered all these things? So we always want to treat people the way we want to be treated. And if people treat us bad, we don't want to say, well, it was done to me, so I can do it to someone else. That's like a demon, when you use that someone did it to you, so I can do it to somebody else. That's a negative stigma, negative. I don't even stigma. I don't even know what that word actually means, but it's a negative attachment that you hold on to. Well, someone robbed me, so I can go rob someone else. Someone beat me up, so I can go beat up someone else. Someone physically abused me, so I can physically, whatever, sexually, whatever. All those things. Nobody wants that. If it happened to you, I'm sorry, but don't do to others don't do to others what others have done to you in a hurtful way. Okay? So, I always say, I'm blessed to be able to do this work. Whenever I'm a little bit tired, I have the ability to rest. And, right now my dog is 11, so, he's sleeping quite a lot. So I don't really go out that much because, well, he's been with me my whole time. Why would I decide to just start going places without him when his whole life he's gone with me? So I kind of do a little bit less. I kind of go when he wants to go. And I want to let him have his peace because I know his days are coming. So I just pray that God takes him in a way that's very humane, and that he doesn't feel that much pain. I really don't want him to have any pain when he dies. I just hope and pray that when it's time, that God will just take him in the night. So he's been with me for 11 years, and I don't look forward to the day that it's time for him to go, but I know that all of our time is numbered. So if there's someone that you really love and you really want in your life, I say, take the courage and take the strength and reach out to that person, because everybody's days are numbered. I've had times where I told my siblings, you better reach out. I told one of my siblings who's a Christian, you better reach out before it's too late. And my brother died, and I had to call my other brother and tell him to sit down. I had something to say. And when I told him that our brother had died, his answer was, "Oh, I thought I had time." Now he has to live with the regret. I don't really have that regret, because I've told all my siblings that I love them. Even though I chose to put them to the side, it wasn't out of hate. It was out of love. Because I just want to hold on to the loving thoughts. I don't want to hold on to, if I keep being around my negative siblings that cause me pain and anguish, then that's all the memories I'll have of them. I don't want to hold on to any of that. I want to hold on to the times where my love to them mattered. Well, I hoped that it mattered, and that they actually had love for me. And that's all I want to hold on to. I don't want to hold on to what happened and what they did and that sort of thing. I want to hold on to good thoughts and good feelings. Because as long as we hold on to negativity, that will manifest in our lives. Okay, so your spiritual strength. That's the ability of saying, hey, I love you, I'm always going to love you, but I got to love you at a distance. Then the other one is the spiritual strength. I really love this person, and I don't want to lose another day without them. So if this is your person, or if this is you, it's time to reach out, because we never know when it's time. We never know when our last minute on this earth is. So there's two sides of that spiritual strength, and there's probably other sides to it, but I'm talking about being connected with people. I say I love you from a distance, and what you see of me is all that you're ever going to see of me again. Doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It means you cause me so much pain. You're intentionally being cruel, and I don't want that in my life anymore. Okay, so once we decide that we're going to take a stand that way, or if we're looking out for somebody and we're saying, dang, I wish you would come back, or dang, I wish you would come back into my life, you put it to the universe. If you're energetically connected, they will know. She really loves me. I need to reach out and call her. I do want her in my life, or I do want him in my life. Okay, so it's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so building yourself a firm foundation. If God has blessed you with an apartment, maybe you don't have the best of the best. Maybe your last relationship or the relationship before, I don't know. Maybe you had, real leather furniture. Maybe you had a brand new dinette set from the store, a name brand, whatever, Sears, J.C. Penney's, whatever, Maybe your bed came from whatever bed companies there are, Maybe you don't have all that now. Maybe you have hand-me-downs. Maybe everything that's in your house has been donated to you. Maybe you've worked for some of the things in your house. Whatever it is that you have, and you are thankful for it. You appreciate it. You don't abuse things that basically God gifted to you. Everything happens for reasons. Your blessings come in many ways. It's time to appreciate what you have. It's time to be thankful for what you have. You see, like, I like to feed my dog really good. I do eat the seafood, but anything else, I got him a round steak, and I'll cut that up probably in whatever one. I'll probably like 2 or 3 servings for him, and I'll eat just a tiny bit because I don't think I could ever say I'll never eat meat. But I think he deserves it. I think him eating the way dogs are supposed to eat, the actual protein from beef or pork or chicken, is the way dogs have healthier lives, and he deserves that. So I've been eating a lot of seafood, shrimp, and salmon, and the doctor said I can't eat any more bread because of it turns into sugar, and I have a few things in my health I need to balance out. I'm not like, God forbid, ready to die tomorrow. My health is actually really good. I can walk a distance. Whatever, I like to exercise. I think I did a couple videos on that. And, I'm just really trying to streamline my life and make my health as good as it can be. So that in itself is actually a firm foundation of my future, right? As long as I make the steps to live as healthy as I can, is the best way to go, mind, body, and soul. So being aware of your surroundings, being aware of the people you involve yourself with, being aware of people you work with, when you're at work, you should just be working. The gossip and all that, that's for the birds, It poisons your mind. It gives you things to think about, especially if people are saying horrific things about someone that you don't really know, and they're not available for you to ask, or maybe you've been scared by what's been said about them to even confront them. Maybe this person is someone that you talked to, and then they went back and told the whole group, oh, she's crazy. Do you know what she said? She said this, that, and the other, and then they're expanding on that, because sometimes when your light shines more than theirs, it kind of, they're just trying to dim your light, right? Whatever, you just keep moving. As you choose yourself, as you choose to not taint your life any more than it already has, when you have tried to work on yourself and to find your healing and to get the wisdom and to get the lessons, you will see that as above, so below. Your spirituality will prosper, and your material life will prosper. You have to let go of emotional loss. If people aren't there for you, they're not there for you, and that's just the way it is. Okay? You might find some reasons to celebrate. Maybe you've done your exercises for all week, How would you celebrate that? Would you celebrate it by going out and buying yourself something? Maybe you wanted some new fingernail polish. Maybe you want someone to do your nails for you. If you're a woman, of course. If If you're a man, maybe you want someone to give you a shave. My dad was a barber, so he used to cut hair, and then he used that really sharp razor, and he would lather up the guy's face, like put the hot rag on his face first, and then he would put the lather on, and then he would shave. I used to go in and see him. He was a barber like on Sundays, and maybe Saturdays too. I can't really remember. I was really young, like around 5th grade or younger, between 3rd grade and 5th grade. But I would go in there and see him, and then he would tell me I had to leave because he was getting ready to use the razor on the guy's face. He didn't want to cut him, so he had to concentrate. But yeah, you get your face professionally shaved if you're a man, trimmed up, like if you have a beard or a mustache, and then they put that hot rag after on, and it feels so good. And then they slap some cologne or whatever it is they do after that. So do something good for yourself. Be who you want to be. Don't let people put things in your head that stops you from being who you want to be, your best version. You have to know when to walk away. What's that? There's a country song. Know when to show your cards and know when to fold or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know why that song came into my mind. But you got to learn when to hold them, learn when to fold them, whatever. Okay. So. And someone might have some romance coming in. If it's not romance, then it's the harmony, right? The harmony you feel within. Do you listen to music? Do you harmonize like your whole day? Like, some people, I know some people, they get up at the same time every day. They do the same routine, the same rituals. And then they go to work, and then it's the same rituals. And they come home, it's the same rituals. That is work. It's really hard discipline to do those tasks and to do them like without an attitude or feeling bored. But I think some of those people actually, I say some of those people because I kind of, every day's a little different for me. I've been trying to vacuum every day, and I've been trying to run a quick mop over all my hard floors just to keep everything a little more proper for me and cleaner. Cleanliness is godliness. So I've really actually been enjoying doing that, and I just feel better about the work that I put into my home, which, mind, body, and soul, right? Taking care of me is taking care of me and pampering me, even though it takes some work, right? We do what we like to do. We don't like to live in a pigsty. We don't like to, I have to wash my car. The inside of my car is a lot cleaner than it has been. I have to get up there and clean the outside. Tomorrow's lawn day, so if I'm home, then the lawn guy's gonna get it all dirty, so I might have to wait till afterwards. But harmonize your life that makes you feel good. If you like to go running, if you like to spend time at the beach and watch the sunset, whatever it is that you like to do, fit it in there, because it'll make your day go in a better direction. It'll make you feel more grounded, spiritually more cleansed. I bought a new sage thing, and they mix some lavender in it. I haven't used it yet. So, but I did. I bought that. And, you just keep doing for you and keep healing yourself to where your confidence grows, your strength by exercising, right? Your mental strength becomes strong when you stop allowing negativity to come in. when you stop allowing people to inject their negative beliefs onto you, okay? And you just keep it moving, you know. Heartache and loss, well, you have to heal yourself from it. How did that heartache and loss come? Did somebody cheat on you? That betrayal is really hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. And you know, sometimes it's not the right way, but sometimes paybacks are a MFer, right? You know, nobody likes to be like that. But you know, if that kind of stuff continuously happens. So you always use your intuition. Always go by your gut feeling. If you're not sure, then don't make any rash decisions. Pray about it, you know. Give yourself some time. If someone asks you something, you don't want to just say yes or no. You know, you want to say, let me think about it, or let me get back to you. And really think about it, because you don't want to just be, you know, someone who calls you up when they want something from you, right? Even though, I don't know, maybe if they're there for you and you're there for them, then it's even give and take, you know. But if you feel like their involvement with you is just, I don't know, it's hard to say. You don't, in other words, at the end, if you just say yes and you go do whatever it is that this person's asking you to do, and then after you do it, then you don't feel good about it, then you shouldn't have done it in the first place. So you got to kind of place that burden upon yourself. So have discernment. Okay, of course, being able to speak about it, you know, that's your throat chakra. So keep that balanced. Don't let your emotions take you out of your character. And a lot of people will try to piss someone off just because it makes them feel good inside. Those people have negative attachments on them, and they want to see that you get the same one, so you'll stay where you belong, where they think you belong. So shadow work. Work on yourself. Again, where have you been? What have you been doing? What have you been doing with your life? Where is your life taking you at the moment? How did you get there? Are you happy there? You know, how can I change that if I'm not happy? How can I enhance it? If you keep trying to enhance something, it's like an old tennis shoe, right? If you keep trying to paint it white, and pretty soon it's falling apart. Are you going to just keep trying to paint it white and keep wearing it out? Or are you going to just say, you know, it's no good to me. I want new. I'll get rid of the old and get new. You know, ignite your inner passion. What are you passionate about? Where do you see yourself going? Get excited about it. Be positive. Everything's going to work out. I already know everything's going to work out with that girl. Your person might be telling you, or thinking about you. Or you might be thinking about, if you're a guy here, you might be thinking about, you understand what I'm saying, right? Stand your ground when you are worried about, gosh, if I tell him that I'm not happy with him for these reasons, is he just going to leave me? You know, so if you're thinking like that, man, woman, whatever it is, right? You'll never be true to yourself. So you have to speak your piece without elevating like a anger situation. Just say, hey, John, you know, can I have a word with you? You know, can you stop by after work? You know, we really need to talk, you know. When John stops by, you say, hey, you know, I didn't like how things went down the other day, and, you know, my role in it was this. and I'm sorry I overreacted, or whatever it is. It takes two to tangle, right? We have to all realize that. Always speak to people with your heart, from your heart. Who wants to hear a bunch of bullshit, In other words, like, see, what example can I use? I don't really know an example. Okay, so I'll use this example. My aunt, my mom's younger sister, she's the last girl, the last sister of my mom's that passed away. It's been probably 5 or 6 years. They got a plot, but they want to wait till her husband dies, which is my uncle. So from my heart, I said, like, why wouldn't you guys honor her? What? I mean, it's none of my business, really. Maybe I should be taking it that way, but from my heart space, I'm like, oh my God, she's been gone for so long and you guys have so much money. Why wouldn't you just get it put up? I told my cousin, I was like, go down and see so-and-so's. They have dad who passed away. They got all the children. There's 5 children. Their names are already on it. And they got the wives. It's names and birthdays. But the death part hasn't taken place, so those places are empty. It's like, so your mom can have a marker. How are people going to find her if they're looking for her? And it's like, oh my God. That's what I said. But that was from my heart space. But they're their own family. They do things their own way. I just know that I would want to honor an actual spot. I wouldn't want to wait until the passing of the other parent for any reason. But that's where the honor lies, I think. And I don't know. I'm crazy about that kind of stuff. I honor my ancestors. I love all my ancestors. And I honor them to my death. And when my spirit leaves my body, it's like eternity, right? So sometimes we have to wait and be patient. Sometimes we have to move forward and we have to triumph whatever's obstacles are in our way. We have to recognize people from our past in order for us to bring in our future. Honor those that you love. Honor them. If they're alive, be blessed and love them while they're alive. I promise to always speak the truth from my heart. I've lived a good life. It's been a roller coaster ride, but it's still been a good life. And through the dips, I learned a lot. And as I moved up, I never treated anybody different. I actually have a lady in Hawaii that her husband is a retired heart surgeon, heart doctor, and she got her college degree for pediatrician, but she stayed home and raised her children. And I told her one day, I said, you know what, Mary? I said, I could put my checkbook next to yours, I said, if we compared how much money was in the bank, you would have a lot more money than me, I'm sure. I said, but you know what? You never treated me that way. You never, and I honor who she became. No matter how much money, no matter how much wealth, no matter how much she had, the people who had less than her, she never treated them any different. So that's a good woman. Okay? So, praying for new beginnings. Every day is a new beginning. Every day that you wake up is a chance for you to say, hey, God, thank you for another beautiful day. When you go to sleep, hey, God, thank you. I really enjoyed the day. Or I had these hiccups, but I knew you were always with me and I made it through. When you have disruptions in your life, how do you balance them out? Do you throw a fit and say, I want it my way? Or do you say, gosh, let's sit down and talk about this. How did this happen? Is there a remedy for this, for us? If it's right? If you have a significant other, is there a remedy that we both can agree on? Because, we might have had a bad day today, but you know what? You're worth holding on to me. To me, you're worth holding on. But the future actions have to match the words spoken at this moment. You can't say, I'm sorry I cheated on you, and I'm going to do my best to never let it happen again. And then your person forgives you, and then 2 weeks later, he or she finds out you're sleeping with the mail lady, the mailman. Okay, so we always have choices to make in our own lives. And if that person is right for you, then they're right for you. I'm happy for you. If that person's wrong for you, I say, what are you going to do about it? Okay, whatever it is, it could be either way. But never be trapped in fear. Never allow anybody to stop you from your goals, to stop you from your dreams, to stop you from the path that you have chosen. Whether you have to leave people behind or not, you just keep it moving. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your life, celebrate another day with spirit in your home. Sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. Know that God will fulfill all of your wishes when you do the work, the spiritual work, as above, so below. People around you, or this might be you, or this might be your person, I don't know who it is, being discontent and bored. Well, then go do something. If I'm bored, I could go out and wash my car. I'm not ready to, but I'm not telling you I'm bored either. Anyways, go do something. Pick up a pencil and a pad and start jotting things, drawing things, painting things. You might have equipment to work on wood. Make some plaques. Make something that's going to help you. You might want to make a spice rack. Whatever it is. Choose what's right for you. Stand in your truth. Know that you can accelerate anything that you want to accelerate. When you say, I've had enough, I'm out of here, you just pick your shit up and go. If you say, I'm tired of the house looking like a pig pen, get your butt moving. Start cleaning it. Once you, if you looked at my dinette table, I have papers that I need to go through and throw away some things and file some things. But if that's all I have, then, I feel blessed. But, I just take time to do a little piece here and there, and it's the upkeep, right? Hold on to hope. Always have hope in your life. Hope that the day's going to be better. You can hope that the people around you are going to change, but you can't make them change. I can't make you change. You have to make the changes on your own. You have to choose what side of the fence you're going to be on. You're either going to be in misery or